It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yep, what's got your attention over the weekend, from star-studded events to box office releases and all the buzz in between? Weekends are a whirlwind of activity in the entertainment world. So let's cozy up to our entertainment news desk and rewind through the highlights in case you've missed anything, and a couple of big stories for us to try to wrap our heads around as well. One particular that I think has got the internet blowing up, because she's blowing up the internet at the moment. Uncle Waffles is headed to New York, baby. And I love the title, the first of a list of curated shows. Is that the most modern word that you can AI? She just went to the chatbot and was like, what's the coolest word to use right now? Curated is that, but it's massive for her, man.
It's massive, it's working. She's got an entire nation behind her and everybody else that goes to a show. The amount of hype that she's creating online is insane.
Well, we saw it with Asylum, where you don't often see a DJ smashing those I mean, it's quite an elite field to get that superstar status as a DJ. We understand that you can get the big spots, you can get the residencies, but to have both of those sides matched, and then online, she's just got her army, her babies, as she calls them, and they are supporting, man.
But I think it's just the way she does things. She's doing something special, she's doing it different, and she's not just a DJ. When you see her perform, it is so much more than that.
It's curated, bro.
That's exactly it. So I think we just bring the story because it's nothing but pride right now.
Well done,
and of course, I think these few shows are going to set a bar and a new sort of way of entertaining, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, thank you, Black Coffee, for paving the way, my friend. Then sadly, this is the kind of story that we absolutely hate to address. And this broke a couple of days ago, obviously, as tributes continue to pour in for South African actor Bradley Olafia, who sadly passed away on the 20th earlier last week. An incredible actor. Just chatting to, I'd never had the opportunity to work with him. Obviously, he'd made a name for himself within Binnenlanders, but I remember him from Bakhat and Bakhat 2, and his body of work is so impressive. But chatting to people who knew him within the industry, and you can see from the kinds of tributes, none of the sensationalized, I'm going to jump on board just to try and get a piece of that social media slice because someone has passed. Just such beautiful, heartfelt sharing of memories of how professional he was on set, and how amazing he was to work with. And I think I'm going to echo what the family asked in their statement, to not speculate as to why he passed. He passed peacefully was what was said in the statement, but you can't help but wonder. So I think everyone within our industry just needs to
I think the biggest thing that I saw online was the fact that people grew so close to him as a character and as someone that conveyed a message and expressed. He really drew a connection with South Africans. And I think that's why they're hurting right now, because they really felt for
one of us.
They really resonate with him, and he was so young, 36 years old. It hurts, and I really feel for the family right now and for everybody that was in his corner. So our condolences do go out to everyone suffering right now from that. But yeah, from a little bit of a sad news, we head to things a little bit more lighter note.
It couldn't have been a bigger moment, and I know David Beckham was in tears as Leo did what Leo does, and he won his first game for Inter Miami
with the final minutes.
With the most Messi free kick that you've ever seen in your life. And I think you can understand why the emotions boiled up. Imagine the risk that David Beckham took, putting all of his going all in literally with American football. But Posh and Bex just look like they are dominating at the moment.
Investment.
But the A-list stars who stepped out to be fans, to fangirl and fanboy over Messi, that is amazing.
So like it was a Kardashian with a son there, and he was like a massive fan. I saw one of Serena or Venus Williams in the crowd as well. Oh, here we go.
Imagine being able to see that free kick live, and of course Saint getting very up close and personal. I mean, it helps when your folks are like the most famous people in the world.
It kind of does fast-track the line to get to famous people.
But what I love about this is it doesn't matter how famous you are, you're still a fanboy of someone.
That's what I think is so cool.
And it is, man. But you can imagine the amount of money, and with everyone expecting Messi to go to Saudi Arabia or to within that financial block. They obviously invested a huge amount to bring him to the US, and boy, it's probably returned that investment.
I think he has.
One game.
I saw an article, the tickets used to be like $30 or something. They've gone up to like $3,000 in some places. So he's making an impact.
Try and pick up a shirt, buddy. Try and pick up an official shirt.
Here's a story for me, though, that has really made impact. I've been following for so long. I'm inspired by this man. He's so talented. We're talking about Jamie Foxx, and it's the first time that he's speaking out since his crazy health scare earlier this year. And this was insane. We actually got a little up something for you, just to check it out first before we actually talk about this one, because, this one hit home.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's prayed, man, and sent me messages. I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, you know, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. You know, I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through. And to be honest with you, my sister Deidre Dixon, my daughter Corinne Marie saved my life.
I'm getting a sense he hasn't wrapped his head around what's going on within the context of his own life. Do you know any more? What is your
so many questions surrounding this man. I mean, listen, he hasn't said exactly what happened. He went through hell and back, as he said himself, right?
He looks different.
There's been speculation going on. It's been crazy. And all of this happening in this weird moment where he had this crazy movie release of They Cloned Tyrone, which was something that caused even more conversation. Yeah. So there's all this questioning going on about what actually happened. But I think right now everyone's just relieved that he's showing his face, he's okay, and I think the rest is still to be found out. So yeah, man.
Oh, well, that's why we cannot put it down. We love to track what the people we love, and we do love these stars because they give us so much. We want to know they're okay. And once again, we're going to reiterate to Bradley Olivia's family, we send you all our love and condolences. A massive loss for our industry.
Oh yeah.